there it is. There it is. Working on some videos here. This is the vlog I'm working on right now. It's from yesterday. I'm a day behind, but I'm getting it uploaded right after I make this Freeform Friday video that I was looking at. And I said, who am I going to do Freeform Friday video on today? And I typed it in on the search on my comments, and Ankh Kemo was the most recent person to say Freeform Friday on the channel. And he actually has some Freeform locks, so I popped by his channel. I'm like, I like what I see. We got a new guest, so definitely see where this is going. And this is the Freeforms of the day. Check it out. Definitely great that we saw this here, because these dreads seem to be coming from afro textured hair that is similar to mine, but actually he's got more curls. So if you want to see how these turned out from the beginning, should have no audio on this. Ankh Kemo, not trying to gain views or subscribers, just wanted to record his journey, and checking out the fro is actually like rather Jerry curlish. So you'd wonder how these would turn into dreads. That's what would be on my mind. A lot of people would lose confidence thinking, oh my, this hair won't lock, that hair won't lock, but you gotta be patient and you gotta wait and let it grow. So apparently that was at 3 months in the game, and this next video here is going to show us at 4 months, so basically a month later. And you can see some of the curls starting to form at this point, but in my experience, I've seen that these curls will grow out and they'll start to stiffen up and mature, and then join to another curl that will join into make a new dread. And the side taper here is it's controversial because it's an upkeep that you still have to do when you're trying to make locks. Grow locks is supposed to be like maintenance free, so having to taper the sides is just like a hindrance on that, but I'll to you for whatever your style. Seems to be a monthly update happening, and you would notice that in the first like 6, 5, 4 months you don't see much change really happening. Still the same curls, still the same texture. Actually the curls start to look a bit more defined because they are starting to join up together into itself. So it's actually a really great textured hair to do this with. And looking forward here now, we start to see the 6 month point, which is halfway to the milestone of a year that you should be attaining your locks, and you still notice that it looks the same, like not really much is happening, but at close you do see that they're lightly starting to join up and form into themselves. And this is the beginning process of the locks journey. So you start to see things starting to form together. The first tier of Congo. So at least 6 months into the game, you'll start to see the starting stages of locks. So compared to twists or interlocking your hair or whatever it may be, that's almost instant. You call that instant dreadlock look. This takes 6 months for the mature to show, and it seems to be at 7 months that we see a lot more of it happening. Even the frontal area is starting to form up into one. You can see the Congos in its place. So actually this is a really great journey that he's recording every month, getting some videos of his freeforms. But my suggestion, as always, is film sideways, people. I don't understand this dilemma here on the internet when people can't film the correct way. It's simple. Just hold your phone the side way and you get a great video for YouTube. Amazing. But look at the back of the locks here, the back of the head. You start to see a lot, actually you start to not see a lot more action back there because you can't see the back of your head. So it's always the most interesting part to take notice, and the most slept on part of your head as well. So you will see that it starts to lock the quickest back there. Usually you end up with flatter dreads back there for that reason. And we can see a video here at, this would be 8 months, I guess. You definitely start to see some formations happening. Still with the taper. Taper looks pretty dope. Here we are at 8 months. Keep these videos short and sweet too. So it still kind of looks like the 6 month stage, but it's like a slight forming of dreads you start to see, and his are starting to Congo up, as I was saying, at the front. So those 3 are becoming, well, it looks to be like 4 are becoming 1 now. And here at the front, they're all starting to join up. So this will happen, and it's still a fro, but it will start to drop. It takes years for it to drop down, is what I'm noticing. And then was that 10? And then 10 months. Oh, good job. The last video was filmed sideways. That was great. And this one, yeah, the front forming quite congoed up. It's gonna end up like the weekend. The back flat, you see? It's crazy how they start to form like that. And I say, notice how his hair is like kind of separated between the back and the front. In time, it will drop and fill itself in, but there is that awkward stage at the beginning of the lock journey, you know, for a year at least, maybe more, sometimes 2 years. But after that, they start to look like real solid, in the back especially. And lastly, 11 months, you can start to see the taper still guaning. The front is looking real sturdy, and the back is solid as well. Obviously more so because you sleep on the back, so they're gonna have a bit more pressure and compression. But it came out pretty cool. It's kind of like a faux hawk. Ray Shamurd is doing that kind of look. One of those guys, some Jimmy Sway Lee. I think it's Sway Lee. But the front, the crown on this one is definitely very congoed. So this guy is going to see a lot of dropping happen, like years to come, because it's going to be so thick of a lock. It's going to take a long time for that to drop back or forward. It's going to stand straight up for a long while. But it looks good. So great job on the journey. Give us a great 1 year update when the time comes, Ankh Kemo, and make sure you film sideways for it. Celebrations!